Your brain. Hello, my friends. So it is 11:20 in the morning on September 26th, a Monday. I'm opening this new vlog. Hopefully nothing happens to these clips. I'm in my son's tent right now because he pushed me in here, basically. So this is where I am, chilling right now. Wanted to update you. I made it to page 76. Party Games. Fear Street by R.L. Stine. I was doing reading sprints with my booktube besties, Bonnie and Alicia. Love you both. We were just doing sprints because we needed to be productive, and Bonnie wanted to finish one of her books. So I finished yesterday. I finished Starry Messenger by Dr. Tyson. Give it a 5 out of 5. It's such a good freaking book. I loved it a lot. I loved his interesting pinpoints and topics of what he talked about in this new book of his. It was really, really good. I loved it. Very intriguing, and it made me jump into doing my own research with stuff, which is really cool, and I love when his books do that. So yeah, that's a plus. But getting back to this, so there were 2 other girls inside this inside Rachel's class that ended up getting a roadkill sent to them. Like, she found a rat in her bed. Another girl found a dead squished squirrel in her closet. The other girl found a raccoon in her car. And Rachel thinks it's a sign. She said she should have listened to her friend Amy because her friend Amy warned her not to go to Brendan Fear's birthday party, which is on Fear Island. One of the dude who brought them to the island, he fell and hit his head and landed in the water, and nothing but blood came up. His body never came up, so they think he's dead. There's a creepy guy inside of this freaking story. I'm telling y'all, he is such a pig and a creep. Like, I'm going to read you what he does to one of the girls inside this story. It says, Eric nodded. He darted over to Gina and put his arm around her. I see you watching me, Gina. You can't take your eyes off me, can you? Maybe you and I can sneak away later. Maybe do some nature walks on the island. Are you into nature like I am? She laughed. That's a maybe, Eric. You mean it's a yes. Gina shook her head. A maybe means no. So it's a yes, Eric said. No. I'll take that to be a yes. Like, this boy, I'm gonna say boy because they're in high school. He is relentless and a pig. Like, what the heck? I don't like it. Gross. Ew. No. Other than that, the story is getting creepy. They're in this big ass mansion. It doesn't get any light, and it's creepy as heck. And I can't wait to see what happens. I am on part 2 of the story, and I'm loving it. I'm gonna try to read some more today, of course. And I also need to film a video today. So, busy plans. But I'm gonna get off here. I will talk to y'all later and give you an update on Fear Street. So, see you later. Bye-bye. Not reading, watching my team, the New Jersey Devils, play. So, not reading right now. Part 3, y'all. Okay, so some weird shit has been happening in this book. They're all at the island, of course, and then Brennan starts a scavenger hunt, and he pairs everyone up, and he, of course, pairs himself with Rachel, and, then, they're upstairs on the 3rd floor, and they're in this service elevator that they had for his grandma when she lived in the house. And then he stops the elevator and makes it look like there's complications, and he just does it to kiss her. So that happens, and then they're doing the scavenger hunt, and then he leaves, and she can't find him, and she thinks she finds him hanging inside the elevator, but it turns out to be a mannequin, and then they hear screams, so they run to her room, and one of their classmates, Patty, is dead, and she's broken apart like a rag doll. And right now, there's a game going. It's Oilers and Kraken. But my team won, y'all. The New Jersey Devils won. They beat the Montreal Canadiens. I'm so happy. But I'm going to continue reading Fear Street because it's getting really good and intense and creepy, and I want to know what happens. This is my update for the night. I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye. Hey y'all, so it's Tuesday, September 27th. I have not read anything today, but I'm checking in to let you all know that I will read something. I just had a super busy morning. Son had a dentist appointment. I had a doctor's appointment. Everything's cool. His dentist appointment came out clear. I just had to get my birth control removed from my arm because it was giving me complications, and switched to a different birth control. But other than that, today has been semi-crazy. It was busy early this morning. So right now I'm sitting down, I'm having lunch. I'm watching Jen right now. Love their videos. But I will be reading some more of my Fear Street book, wherever it is. I think I have 124, 25-ish pages left of party games. It's getting really intense and good. After last night, after Bonnie's sprints, I read a little bit more, and then I put the book down because I was getting a headache. And yeah, so sorry, I'm gonna get off here, continue watching some booktube, and then pick up my book after I'm done eating lunch. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Okay, y'all. Still no reading. My team, the New Jersey Devils, are playing the Edmonton Oilers right now. This is just a clip from a different type of game, just to let y'all know. So, just letting you guys know, there's no reading done right now. I might pick up my ebook during intermissions and commercial breaks. I'm currently reading this hockey book called Zane. It's a hockey romance. I'm not that far into it. I think I'm only on chapter 2. It's really interesting so far. Like, it was about this main character. She was in a rock band. Her boyfriend is a hockey player. She was on tour, and she was only supposed to be on tour for a little bit with this group, but then her friend OD'd, and she took her place, and she couldn't handle the other band members because one didn't like her. They hated that she took the friend's place. They hate the fact that she makes her own songs, and she doesn't like the fact that they're doing so much drugs, and they're jumping from man to man, and they're sharing needles. It's just disgusting. So yeah, so she ends up finding out that her ex, because they're at this point in time, they're not together right now. She finds out that her ex is at the stadium where they just got done with a hockey game, and it's her dad's ex team or something like that. And she convinces them to let her ride on the plane with them. It's like a rule, no one can ride on the plane with the hockey players or anything like that. So she convinces them to let her ride. She ends up staying at her ex-boyfriend's house, and everyone's calling her, her dad, her agent, the tour manager, everyone. So yeah, that's what's pretty much happening where I left off in the book. I'll be putting a picture up next to my head so y'all know what the cover looks like. It's on Kindle Unlimited. It's really interesting so far, I should say. There's not much talk of hockey, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to get off here so I can watch the game, because I can't wait to see what happens during this game. And yeah, I will catch with y'all later when I have more of a actual reading update. Okay, bye.
And I think that's mostly because I am used to reading shorter books. Like, a lot of these books are really short.
At night, I'm watching Mayona's vlog, but I wanted to pop in and let you know I read a couple pages of Zane again. This book is irritating, confusing, and frustrating because the two main characters of the book are not together, but they have extremely, like, crazy feelings for each other, and they're still super close, but they keep saying how they're not together, and it's very irritating, and I'm like, just F and get it over with, or quite literally just stop, or just say you're together, because it's very freaking irritating that you guys are constantly saying, oh, we're not together, and then you in your mind's dialogue, you have these constant feelings of, oh, you're the only one for me, you're my soulmate, and all this other stuff, and like, I can't deal with it. It's very irritating, and this, I can tell it's a slow burn romance, but y'all, it's something needs to happen. I mean, other things are happening in the story, like she just met up with her dad and her stepmom, and he was telling her how she needs to be more talking to her mom and everything, and she's like, I love my younger brothers, but me and my mom do not have a good relationship. And yeah, it's a really good book. I'll continue reading. I'm only 11% into the book, but it's okay. I'm not gonna read anymore tonight. It's like almost 9:15 at night, so I'm just gonna continue to lay here and watch some YouTube videos, and I will update you tomorrow whenever I pick up another book. Bye.
Yeah, I'm at the park. Today is Wednesday, September 28th. It's about 2:28 in the afternoon. Brought my son to the park. We just got back into town, so we'll probably spend a couple hours here. Then I'll get home, and then I'll start reading. I can't really read at the park right now. I forgot my headphones, so I can't listen to an audiobook, and I have to pay attention to my son, so I can't read. So I'll read when I get home later on. But I am giving you an update for Wednesday, and I'll give you more of an update whenever I start reading some more. So, see you guys then.
Seeing you make skipping work so tempting. Don't you know that in the night I'm temping here at this dead-end job? Oh, we are the working dead, and we lurch for minimum wage.
Hello, my friends. So I just finished Party Games by R.L. Stine, and I'm giving it a 4-star. I still have to read Don't Stay Up Late. Don't Stay Up Late is on my TBR for Breath of the Wild-a-thon, Valordania. Party Games was good. The main character at the end of the book, I didn't like the decision she was making. She's totally naive and irritating. And, yeah, she just needed to make better decisions, and she ends up going back to Fear Island and going back into the house where all that crazy shit happened, and she sees a ghost, and at the end of the book, Brendan doesn't believe her. So that's how the book ends. It's very irritating and very annoying, and I wish it ended a different way, but hey, you get what you get. I'm not gonna start Don't Stay Up Late tonight or today. I'm thinking about doing the Bear's Apartment so I can play some of my game, because I'm thinking about playing my game and reading or listening to a book just to get something done today, because I can start my readathon early today because I have the horse perk and I have the glider perk, so I can start on any prompt that I want. And I think I'm going to start The Bear's Apartment by Lucy Foley, because it's like 300 and something pages, and yeah, I want to knock it out. So I think I'm gonna do that, and maybe pick up a Goosebumps I got so many to read this coming up month, so we'll see what happens. I just letting you guys know that I did finish Party Games, and I'm gonna get off here because my son is being crazy. Hey, so it's almost 7 at night on Thursday, and I just finished my first book for Breath of the Wild-a-thon, Seed, Cheese, and Ice Creamin'. So this is about a girl named Jules. She comes across this garage sale, and she picks up the camera. The old lady says, no, put it down. Then her daughter gives it to her. She takes a picture of her best friend. Her best friend's eyes instantaneously start hurting. Then she calls her friend's parent, and then the parent takes it to the doctor. A few days later, she calls her friend. Her friend says she didn't want to be friends with her anymore. She took a picture of a girl at a basketball game. Her arm broke. And she's seen another picture, and everyone was a skeleton inside that. So that was weird and creepy. And then right now she's at Horrorland with Carly, Beth, Billy, and all of them, and they're trying to escape Horrorland. Byron, the horror, came and met Jules, gave her a mirror, and then she told the kids. The kids were like, where's it at? She's like, I gave it away. So yeah, so now they're trying to find the mirror to get away and heed Byron's warning. So that was that. I'm gonna give this a 3. Yeah, I'm gonna give it like a 3, probably 3.5, or 3.7, a pretty high 3. It's not a quite 4 and not a quite 5, but I enjoyed it. I truly love the original Say, Cheese, and Die book, so this will probably just get a 3.7. So I'm gonna get off here. I will chat with you guys tomorrow for a new read. So 1 book down for the readathon. Yay! Hello friends, so it is Friday, September 30th, the last day of September. I just finished Hello Universe, and I'm gonna be using this for new beginnings instead of the Paris apartment. It seemed more reasonable for me to do this. I'm also going to be changing the intimidating prompt to The Winners by Frederick Bachman, the 3rd Beartown book. It's 600 something pages, so that's very intimidating. So yeah, for Hello Universe was really good. So we have Valencia. She is a deaf kid. We have Virgil, and he is very shy. Then we have Kanaka, and she is a psychic. She tells everyone that she was reincarnated by an 84-year-old woman. I'm not laughing. I mean, if that's what she believes, that's what she believes. It was very good. It also follows a bully. There's a bully inside this book. And he ends up throwing Virgil's backpack inside of a well, and Virgil keeps his guinea pig in it because his guinea pig is basically his only friend. And he goes down to get his guinea pig, but he ends up getting stuck. And Valencia is walking by because she is going to explore the woods before she goes to Kanaka's house. And she puts the top on top of the well. And then Valencia meets Kanaka, and they end up going to look for Virgil and everything because he's late to see Kanaka. So they Valencia gets roped in to help, and one thing leads to another. They end up helping Virgil, and the bully ends up going and plays with a snake and gets bit, and he thinks it's poisonous, so he wraps his arm inside of a pillowcase, and then Valencia's like, you shouldn't wrap it up if it's a poisonous thing, because then it could get infected. And he has a lot of very mean things to say about her, and to say to Virgil, and it's very annoying that he says this, but kids are this way, and I don't understand it. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. It was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't know why people are not liking this book. It was very good. In my opinion, it was good. I liked it. I will definitely be buying it so I can read it to my son, so we can have those topics, because that's a book to discuss with your children, in my opinion. So second book down for the Breath of the Wild-a-thon, and it's not even October yet. But like I have said before, I have my glider perk and my horse perk, so I can start early and I can do any prop in any order that I want. So I don't know what I'm going to pick up next. I will chat with y'all when I figure that out. Okay, bye. Hello, y'all. This is Sunday, October 2nd. Sorry if I sound a little bit down. Last night was a pretty rough night for me. First time ever I presume I was super anxious. Like, I couldn't sleep whatsoever, and my heart was racing like crazy. If that's ever happened to you and you know what it is, let me know what happened. Let me know, because that's never happened to me before, and I couldn't sleep. And I think I was anxious because I think I ate something bad for dinner because I got sick. And then after I got sick is when, like, my heart was racing and, like, I couldn't sleep. And then I put on some booktube. I was watching some of Whitney Novel's old videos, and it calmed me down, which was really good. And then the power decided to go out, not just for us, but for, like, everyone around in our town. The power went out at 2:47 in the morning and didn't come back on till like 9 something this morning. So yay. But just in time for doing Gin Sprints, by the way. So during Gin Sprints, I read my pages for Dracula by Bram Stoker. I'm on chapter 12 right now, page 146. That's my boo bookmark. I'm absolutely loving this so far. I do prefer more of the parts of Jonathan Riker with the Count. Right now we just in the part where Van Helsing is trying to help this girl get better because she is getting her blood drained by the Count or some other vampire, and he doesn't want to tell the doctor, who is her doctor, what's going on, because I presume he doesn't want to be called a crackpot because he's a professor. So that's what's happening here. It's very good. I'm thoroughly enjoying it, and it jumps right into the spooky, creepy, eeriness of the book, and I love that. So hooray for that. So after Gin Sprints, me and my son went to the park because he needed to get out of the house and I needed some fresh air myself. So Princess's Sprints were going on while I was at the park, and then I went and got my son lunch, and then we came home and Princess was still doing sprints. She stopped her sprints at 5 today. And during her sprints, I was reading The Headless Ghost by R.L. Stine. Gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. It was really good. Not my favorite Goosebumps book, but very good and very, very atmospheric for this time of the year. So it's about these two kids who decide to pull pranks on everyone. And then they go to this notorious haunted house. And a ghost named Andrew, this ghost here, he I don't know if you guys can see him, but he shows up and he convinces them that he needs their head. So yeah, very good. I'm glad that Bonnie and Alicia picked this for me. If you guys didn't know, all the Goosebumps book I'm reading this month, well, not just this month, but for the most of the Goosebumps books you're gonna see me reading this month are ones that Bonnie and Alicia picked out for me to read this month. I might squeeze in a little more. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen. So yeah. So like I said, pretty rough night. So I didn't get a lot of sleep, and then my son, when the power went out, it was around 4 o'clock when my son actually woke up, because I guess it was too quiet, and he's used to hearing a fan going at night, and his fan had stopped because the power went out. So he stayed up for a good while, and then he got up at like 7, almost 8 o'clock today. So I had to get up with him because my husband had to work today. So it's been like a rough day. I have been sleepy. I didn't drink any coffee today because I didn't know if the caffeine from yesterday is what caused me to be anxious last night. I don't know. I do get to see my doctor on the 6th, so I'm going to talk to him about what's going on. But if that's ever happened to y'all, let me know down in the comments, so I know I'm not the only one. But yeah, this is going to be the end of this weekly reading vlog. This does count for my Breath of the Wild-a-thon prompts. This counts for the Blood Moon card, which I'm Team Rivali, and if you didn't know, Team Rivali gets to, instead of using the Blood Moon card, you get to just pick any book you want, like a mood read. So this was my mood read for the Breath of the Wild-a-thon. But this is the end of this vlog. I will check in with y'all tomorrow for reading my 6 chapters of Frankenstein, and I think I'm going to pick up The Mummy's Tomb Goosebumps book. And yeah, remember to be safe out there and be kind to each other, and always go on your next book adventure. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
If I could begin to be half of what you think